Here's part 2 of our trip to the Warner Brothers Studio Tour London, the making of Harry Potter. In part 1 we had the best start to our trip. Me and Charlie got to open the Great Hall doors because it was my birthday, which was a magical way to start the trip, and at the end of part 1 we were just heading into the Forbidden Forest, and we were especially excited to see this part of the tour because when we visited 10 years ago, the Forbidden Forest wasn't even a part of the Harry Potter Studios, so this literally felt like a brand new area for all of us. And by all of us, I don't mean these gigantic spiders, I mean me, my partner Ryan, and our cheeky toddler Charlie. Oh my goodness, it's Buckbeak. Isn't he adorable? Oh look, he's even bowing. I'm not gonna lie, he was my favourite part of the Forbidden Forest. After the Forbidden Forest, we then headed into our first gift shop of the day, and it was this Harry Potter shop that sold all Christmas merchandise. Oh, and this is really important, I don't think they sell certain items in this shop in any of the other shops of the studio tours. I could be wrong, I was really distracted chasing after my toddler, but a lot of the Christmas stuff seemed to only be in this Christmas store. So I recommend if you get to this point of the studio tour and you see something you like, you should really pick it up. Oh, there was plenty of places to buy sweets though. And in a second you're going to see one of my favourite parts of the day. As we were browsing the Christmas shop, we saw Death Eaters from the Dark Art events, and I was so lovely with Charlie that all waved his wands at him and said hi. And we saw the Death Eaters again at platform 9 3/4, where they'd done a small performance and he had a chance to take photos with them. However, by this point I think Charlie was more excited to see the train than anything else, and we were excited to do one of the many photo opportunities at the tour. We saw another couple put their baby on the trolley, and we thought it was such a good idea we did the same with Charlie. And as well as photo opportunities, there was also a shop on the platform, and again I think some of the items were just for this shop, so if you see anything you like, grab it. I mean, if you see something you like, you should pay for it first and then you should grab it. And opposite the shop is the queue to actually enter the train and have a little look inside, and make sure you have a good look because there's so many hidden details and props inside the train which is so fun to spot. And once you leave platform 9 3/4, you're officially at the halfway point of the tour. By this point, me, Ryan and Charlie were happy to sit down for a well-needed rest and get some food, and this was the perfect spot to pick up a refreshing butterbeer too. And there was even a butterbeer bar where you can get different varieties of this yummy treat. Me and Ryan decided to go for a good old-fashioned butterbeer that came with a souvenir cup. And if you've never had butterbeer before, I would describe it like a butterscotch tasting cream soda with a yummy whipped cream-like topping. And if you want to get a butterbeer during your visit, you can only get it at the Backlot Cafe, the Butterbeer Bar, or you can buy glass bottled versions in the gift shop. And here's a little hack: if you happen to get a kid's meal, use the box that the meal comes in as a handy way to carry your souvenir cups. But first, make sure you head outside because right next to the food area are sinks so you can rinse out your butterbeer cups. After lunch, we went to explore the second half of the tour, which included the Dudley's house, a magical bank, Diagon Alley, and an iconic castle. Make sure you're following along for part 3.